Okay, we're recording now. So do you want to try? Oh, good. Okay. All right, now I'm just going to, well, hello everyone. My name is Tony Banner, and I, along with board certified nutrition expert Allison Chuggerman, will be your host tonight on 6 ways to cleanse your body to feel energized and amazing. Now, in this particular webinar, and again, welcome to the webinar, we're going to talk to you about cleansing and how to eliminate and maximize your body's natural ability to cleanse itself. Now, as a way of thanking you for being here tonight, at the end of the webinar, stay to the very end, we're going to be giving you a really helpful ebook that's going to allow you to review all the content that we're going to be talking about tonight. And, you know, just go back to the person that invited you and they will send you that download for your free ebook. So no need to take notes and worry about missing anything. Now, what will you learn in this webinar? Well, we're going to be talking about what are toxins and what are the main organs of the excretory system and their cleansing functions, as well as 6 ways that you can cleanse your body all naturally and plus so much more. Now, in this world that we're in now, of course, many of you, it's very familiar to see this image. We've just adopted an unhealthy lifestyle, and there are different reasons for this. One of the reasons is that we've got a very hectic life. So many people are spending extra time at work and too much time at work. And this leads, unfortunately, for people to run out and potentially get fast food, maybe to save time. And also people are complaining that they're not getting not only enough sleep, but they're waking up in the middle of the night. And they're just not having enough time for any physical activity because of it. And in other words, if you think about it, this is a routine where health becomes one of our least priorities, and it's becoming an issue. So tonight, what we're going to also talk about is another probable reason in giving what your body wants without even realizing really the consequences of that. So many of us become extremely addicted to certain foods. You know, foods that are really tasty or potentially a little too greasy or too many sweets. Although we know that these are not good for our health, we somehow consistently get drawn to that. Now, in America, normal is just not healthy. So nearly 4 out of 5 people in the U.S. have some kind of health concern today. Now, maybe not serious enough for them to warrant medical attention or even go to the emergency room or even end up in the hospital, but neither can they really boast about having really good health. So what do they complain about? Well, these are the kinds of concerns and symptoms that I hear all the time. Oh, Tony, I am so tired. I'm fatigued. I have headaches. They're persistent, and I've had headaches for 2 or 3 years. I feel very edgy, irritable. I experience so much anxiety. I'm stressed all the time. I have sinus issues. I don't sleep at night. I can't tell you how many people tell me they wake up all night long, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then they have this anxiety. Allergies. 1 in 4 Americans are getting allergies in today's world. Also, constipation. Oh my goodness, I've led seminars where I've had people tell me that they're constipated for 5, 6, 7 days sometimes. Or they have diarrhea and they're experiencing all kinds of digestive issues. Joint pain, inflammation, arthritis, cramping in the muscles, sugar cravings. That's a huge dilemma. So these are symptoms that people experience, and over in the chat room, if you pull up the chat room on this webinar, I'm going to really encourage you to print out the reasons to cleanse. And what I want you to do is I want you to print out that amazing symptom assessment form, and if you have any checks in any of the columns, it's very possible that your body is very toxic, and you need to cleanse your body and then prepare it for a healthy lifestyle by getting the right nutrients, and that would be vitamins, minerals, and protein, which we're going to talk a little bit about tonight. So prevention is the key. We need to treat the causes, not just the symptoms, and we're going to talk a little bit about that more. Now, another thing that contributes to this poor health condition that we're suffering from, of course, is our environment. And the culprits in the environment could be the water that we drink, the pollution in the air potentially, and additional toxins from skincare products or household cleaners. Now, these are things that we just sometimes cannot prevent because we're living in this society and in this world, and it's a major issue. Also, you have to be very careful about what you put on your skin because anything you put on your skin gets absorbed right into your bloodstream. So that means that our skincare products can contaminate our bodies if they're just not free from toxic chemicals. So you want to be very aware. Now, these kinds of lifestyle choices could deteriorate your health, and they could eventually affect your mood, your relationships, and even your performance at work. Now, notice that beautiful young lady. Oh my goodness, I don't know how many of you have experienced this before, but look at the refrigerator with all those fresh fruits and vegetables. But of course, what do we tend to go for? Croissant, chocolate. Oh my goodness. So I'm sure all of us have been in that predicament, craving again those sweets all the time. Well, fortunately, tonight, we're here to talk about there are ways that you can clear out the body and cleanse your body from all those toxins that we're exposed to on a daily basis. Boy, she looks pretty excited, doesn't she? I know I would be. So now I'm going to hand this over to Allison Sugarman. Again, as I had said initially, Allison is a board-certified nutrition expert. She is a chef. She's the author of Eat Real, Live Mindfully, and Laugh Often. She has been doing cleanses for over 20 years. She has helped thousands of people, and we're really fortunate to have her tonight to talk about this issue about toxicity. So, Allison, without further ado, appreciate your sharing your insights.
Well, thank you, Tony. Thank you so much. I think that this is an exciting topic. Toxins. So what are toxins? Toxins refer to many things, but we can start the list with pollutants, artificial food ingredients, metals, heavy metals, chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, and some things that are actually we call poisons that harm our body. We're in a constant contact with harmful organisms and pollutants because they're in the air that we breathe, they're in our food in the form of preservatives and additives and dyes, they're in our water, and it's very difficult today to avoid them, truly is. But over the years, the source of many health issues are the toxins that have built up in our bodies. And that's what has become very sad. But fortunately, there are ways to counteract some of these toxins and pollutants because our body has a natural detoxification process. These processes exist to deal with the toxins that we just can't avoid on a daily basis. And you can help your body perform these processes with the help of regular cleansing. First, let's understand the natural ability we have to cleanse ourselves because we have beautiful organs to do this. The main one is our excretory system. It actually plays the largest role in detoxification because its job is to remove the waste products from the body on a regular basis. But there are many, many other organs that compose the excretory system, so I'd like to take a moment to just talk to you about them because they each have their own cleansing function. The first one is our skin. The skin is actually our largest elimination organ, and it helps by eliminating toxins through the sweat glands. The purpose of sweat is to regulate temperature, but it's a multifunctional system because when sweat passes through the sweat glands, it actually takes the toxins with it. So that's why we need to get to the gym more often. The next organ is our lungs. As we breathe, we might be breathing in toxins, but the lungs actually help remove waste gases like carbon dioxide as we exhale. Then there's the kidneys. The kidneys filter the blood and help flush waste from the body through urination. Our large intestines absorb water and the remaining nutrients from our foods, and that allows us to convert everything we eat into waste that is expelled from the body through our elimination systems. And then the liver. The liver is the body's largest internal organ, and it has many, many important functions. One of them is removing bacteria and toxins from the blood. Just remember that everything we eat or breathe goes through our liver. It's the main processing system in the body of all toxins. And the liver plays a very vital role in all metabolic processes. Very important organ. And then lastly, the brain. Even our brain flushes toxic molecules out while we sleep. So our body is detoxifying itself all the time, around the clock, 24/7. So it's essential to take care of these organs and allow them to do their jobs. But you're probably wondering, why then do we need to cleanse? Well, in today's world, we are just overloaded with toxins, as we mentioned, from our air, from our food, from what we put on our skin. And so one of the first things that we need to do, the number one thing, is to really pay attention to our diet. Detoxifying our body is not only about what you avoid, what you're not putting in, but what you eat. It's a known fact that we can live longer just by following a healthy diet, fruits and vegetables, and all kinds of other vitamins and minerals and supplements. And so I'm going to name a few here. And the first one I want to mention in the nutrition category is garlic. Although garlic does not directly flush the toxins out of the body, it does contribute to the detoxification process because it helps increase the production of something called glutathione. And glutathione is an agent that filters toxins that are coming from the digestive system and helps as well in the detoxification and purification of the liver. So garlic is anti-inflammatory. It's known for a lot of things, but it really aids in the detoxification process. The next one is one of my favorites, and that would be lemons. I always tell people to get up first thing in the morning and drink your warm water with lemon because it has so many benefits. It's one of the most popular ways today to detoxify. And believe it or not, even though lemons, people think they're acidic, they do alkalize us because they form an alkaline ash in the body. So this helps in losing weight and proper digestion, and then that leads to eliminating symptoms such as heartburn. And I know many people suffer from that today. So drinking lemon water will also help in lowering your cholesterol and managing your blood sugar levels in the body. And it curbs your appetite because it allows you to feel full and satiated a little bit longer. Lemons also help in the cleansing of the body as it promotes the liver to flush out those toxins. And remember, I mentioned the liver is where every toxin in the body passes through. My next favorite food would be broccoli. A study published in the Cancer Prevention Research Journal suggests that broccoli helps detox toxic pollutants. And what that means is there's something in broccoli, a little compound called glucoraphanin, that can help protect you from air pollution hazards. Who would have thought that? Glucoraphanin works to elevate enzyme levels in the liver and other tissues that can increase the detoxification rate for environmental pollutants that we inhale or ingest, and this inevitably leads to faster excretion of these toxins, which will in turn reduce the likelihood that they're going to cause us harm. So eat more broccoli. Next one, and not many people have heard of this one, but these are mung beans. They're beautifully green beans, and they contain proteins and tannins and flavonoids that are effective for binding to and clearing pesticides and heavy metals like mercury and lead from the body. I've been known to make a mean mung bean burger, which doesn't have meat in it. It's a nice veggie burger. And then the second recommendation I'm going to give you, besides watching your diet, is to drink plenty of water. And I know you hear this all the time, but really water is the most basic function, and our body requires it. The body needs water to produce saliva, help perspiration, and remove waste. The more fresh, pure, unrefined water you put into your body, the more the toxins can be dissolved and cleared away. I always say to people, you wouldn't wash your car with soda or iced tea, so you really need to wash your body with water. And there's nothing more cleansing, purifying, and healing than fresh, clean water. So the third recommendation tonight, or third tip for cleansing, is to purify the air you breathe. And you're probably wondering, how can I do that? Well, we can't reduce the toxins. Another way to reduce the exposure is by breathing in clean air. And we can't control the outdoor environment, but we can control the air in our home. Some people have pets. We might have mold. There's fumes from, like, when I turn my gas stove on, I know I like to put the fan on. There's mildew. There's organisms that get in the air that can make our home environment more toxic than the outside. So we want to open our windows more often if possible, and maybe invest in a high quality air purification device to keep your air fresh and toxic free. But if that's not in your budget, I always tell people to invest in indoor plants. They're nature's air fresheners, and they literally help filter the air and remove toxins from it. Another way to make your air fresher inside your home is to make sure you're using green, non-toxic cleaners. And my favorite is the Shaklee Get Clean line. This was one of the first green cleaning lines that was ever marketed in America. And just remember that what you spray in your home is what you are breathing. It doesn't just dissipate quickly. And also what you wash your clothes with and your dishes all comes in contact with your skin. So you want to make sure that your cleaners are all non-toxic. The fourth tip is to opt for the right foods. And what this means is that we always have choices. So just by lightening up the load, by eliminating the foods that contain toxins, is one of the best things you can do to support the detoxification process. You want to choose organic fruits and vegetables over fast foods and boxed foods and processed foods. You want to reduce things like soda and sugars. And of course, you want GMO products, and anything that contains pesticides will only be adding harmful toxins to your diet. So when you have to make decisions for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, always make wiser choices. And I always add in this tip number 5, exercise and meditation. Remember, I talked a little bit about exercising helps you sweat, and sweating helps release the toxins through your skin. Well, studies have actually found trace amounts of cadmium, mercury, arsenic, and lead in people's sweat. So that means that our skin's doing its job by releasing those toxins, but we don't want those things there in the first place. So meditation is another way to really kind of reduce the toxic load in your mind by clearing your mind and reducing stress. Because for many people, as you know, stress can be as toxic to your health as any chemical can be. And a troubled mind can cause the physical body to function poorly. And the last tip tonight would be to do some kind of a complete body cleanse. And what that means is that there's a step-by-step process that focuses on each organ involved in ridding the body of toxins. And the program should focus on removing processed and artificial foods, chemicals, and toxic ingredients. And at the same time, you'll be cleansing your colon, your livers, and your kidneys. So cleansing takes dedication. I totally get that, but it can be especially rewarding, and it doesn't take very long to do this. So if you've never participated in a cleanse before, we'd like to introduce you tonight to the Shaklee 7-Day Healthy Cleanse. 7 days. I think anyone can do that, and it's the perfect way to start. So 1-week program that will help you to eliminate toxic accumulation and feel great. So I'm going to turn this back over to Tony, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
Well, if you want to eliminate and maximize your body's ability to cleanse itself while restoring that digestive balance, which we've been talking about, we're recommending that you consider trying our Shaklee's Healthy Cleanse Kit to help you get started. So it's really important to cleanse the body first, get rid of all the toxins in the body so that you can go on an amazing, possible, healthy, optimal adventure with Shaklee and feel better today. I mean, as I was telling you about all the symptoms in the beginning of the presentation, so many people are suffering from symptoms, but they just think that that's life, or it's their kids, or their job, or their work. But really, the truth of the matter, it could be some of those things, but more importantly, it's probably lack of high-quality nutrition, as well as having this toxic overload in the body combined with stress, etc. So Shaklee has created this brilliant 7-day healthy cleanse. And it's so fascinating because each of these products are in this cleanse are really going to help with you doing the cleanse appropriately. So the first product that you see here from Shaklee is called Liver DTX Complex. And this is going to help maintain normal liver function, of course, including bile flow and protection from those toxins that are going to be stimulated in the body when you're cleansing. The second product you see here is called Alfalfa Complex. Now, this is the father of all food. This is a beautiful plant that goes 25 feet down deep into the ground, absorbing all the richest of minerals. And I love this product. And what's this going to do for you on the cleanse? Well, it will help provide a really huge variety of nutrition. It also includes calcium, phosphorus, extraordinary vitamins, chlorophyll, which again is that natural cleanser. It'll help with inflammation, and it's rich with bioflavonoids. The third product that you see here is our Herblax product. And this is going to encourage a mild cleansing action, which will aid your body's natural processes. And then the fourth product here is Optiflora DI. This is our probiotic, and that's going to help promote healthy intestinal activity and really good digestive health. Now, how does all of this work? Well, this cleanse kit comes with these special little sachet packets for morning and evening, and they're beautifully marked. You're going to know exactly what to do, and they're easy and very convenient to take. Plus, you're going to get a complete instructional guide with the foods that you can embrace and have during your 7-day cleanse, and it comes with delicious recipes. Oh my goodness, I just completed a 7-day cleanse, and I was so delighted how delicious the foods were that I was making. And of course, when you're cleansing, everything tastes so much better than it normally would, because now your palate is just so rich with the ability to taste every little thing that you're eating. So everything tastes so great. Also, we have an online Facebook support group for sharing recipes and sharing tips and sharing what you're feeling, and it is just extraordinary, and for accountability as well. The beautiful thing about the Facebook group is this is a North American cleanse. We have people all over the United States and Canada participating. So you're going to get a wide variety of really great resources that are, they're just superior. So the next slide, what we're going to be talking about is first of all, let me just tell you how much this cleanse is. The retail price for the entire cleanse, and that's with all the products, all the guide, all the coaching, the support, the Facebook group, is $47 for the 7 days retail. But if you become a member of Shaklee and the membership price is $19.95, you'll be able to get that entire kit and cleanse package for only $39.95. And then in addition to that, if you pay the $19.95 for membership, every product you buy from Shaklee Corporation moving forward will be 15% off, just like it is here. So the benefits of cleansing, let's just recap, because I think it's really important to understand, well, why would I do this? Well, this 7-day healthy cleanse is going to combine this carefully selected combination of those supplements, and it'll be supported by the meal plans that we're recommending. And the meal plans are pretty specific. And those looking for all that digestive health and support, which is a huge issue in America today, that's going to get cleared up, and it's a perfect jump start to the new year for weight loss. And more importantly, people just want to feel better and have more energy. So feel better in 1 week, guaranteed. And Shaklee has a 100% money-back guarantee if you don't feel better. So the 7-day kit and the cleanse is going to help you improve your focus, your memory, your energy level. It's going to enhance mood and, of course, the quality of your sleep. It'll support your detoxification and healthy digestion. And it's going to jumpstart that weight loss and reduce the cravings, especially after the holidays. So in addition to the 7-day cleanse, we're highly recommending that you take an assessment to identify your top 3 health goals. Now, this is called Health Print, and it's 20 simple questions. And what will happen is you will get a program designed specifically for you for a nutrition plan post-cleanse. And it's personalized, it gives incredible recommendations, and it's really going to, again, be geared towards your possible health concerns. And again, feel better in 30 days, guaranteed, or all your money back. Now, after you take that health print, you're going to receive an email with 3 post-cleanse options. The first option is a basic option. The second will be a more advanced option. And the third will be a comprehensive option. Now, if you decide that you want to get a post-cleanse nutrition plan and get the advanced or comprehensive, Shaklee is going to give you that 7-day healthy cleanse kit for free, as long as you complete your health print by January 31st. Now, the cleanse is going to start on Monday, January 7th, but every Monday thereafter, they will start a cleanse. So if you're not ready or prepared to start on the 7th, you can start the following Monday. And again, we'll all be on that Facebook group, and we'll be interacting, and there'll be that support, and it's just extraordinary. I went on the other day to the Facebook group, and there was an Olympian on there. We have 100 Olympians in Shaklee. There was an Olympian who's a dietitian, a nutrition expert, sharing their experience with this cleanse. So we were very excited that we have the support, the technology, the experience with a 62-year heritage of perfection and impeccability with Shaklee. So I'm just so thrilled that you came to this presentation tonight. Our next webinar, which will be the same webinar as we had this evening, will be December 27th, which is next Thursday, again at 8 p.m. So please, invite a buddy. There's no better way to do a cleanse than to have a buddy or a partner with you. So please invite them to this registration link so they too either can participate or at least get a copy or recording of this event that we did tonight. So I really hope you enjoyed our presentation tonight. I want you to go back to the person who invited you to get your health print. And also the person that invited you will get the copy of the ebook, so you can download that for the benefit of getting all this information that we shared this evening. And I'd like to open up the call also, Allison, if you don't mind, for anybody who might have a question or a comment or wants to talk about what cleansing has meant to them, or anybody that might have a testimonial from doing a cleanse before, especially with Shaklee, that would be really beneficial.
Awesome. That sounds great. Yep.
Okay. So what we're going to do is I am going to allow everyone to talk. Isn't that exciting? So I'm unmuting everybody, and you just have to unmute your mic if you want to, again, share or ask a question or give any information. You could also raise your hand, and I will certainly unmute you personally.
We have one question in the Q&A box, do we?
Well, Mary Ellen is just saying, this is great information, so valuable, love these products, especially the alfalfa. Okay. So no question, just a comment. Now, Geraldine, did you have a question? I see your mic is completely, hi, Geraldine. Oh, I don't know if she knows how to operate her mic and everything. Okay. It could be that they can't unmute themselves. Geraldine, I think you're the only one unmuted. Isn't that funny?
And a couple questions in the chat room, is there?
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, she's just saying hi. Hi, Geraldine. So great to have you on. Yeah, you could also put your question in the chat room if you'd like, or any comments or any testimonials that you might have. Okay, and if there's no questions, I stay muted. If there are no questions, that means, Allison, you just did an amazing job explaining this whole adventure with everybody.
This is very exciting. I'm looking forward to this. Last time I heard, there's a couple thousand people from around the United States that will be on the January 7th cleanse. So I know that a lot of people probably are not necessarily thinking of cleansing at the moment because it's the holidays and we're still eating cookies and candy canes. But we're gearing ourselves up. So this was mainly information to give you some ideas of what's to come. So if you have friends that you might think would like to join you, we'll be doing this again. So get them on the next webinar so they can get a little bit more information. And then we'll all start together on the 7th.
Yeah, perfect, Allison. And you're right. No, I went on to the Facebook group, and there were, when I went on, which was maybe a week ago, there were like, I don't know, almost 3,000 people on.
I know, I saw. Yeah, my goodness.
I know, it's pretty exciting. It's actually exhilarating. Okay, well, if there's no questions, we look forward to working with each of you individually and getting your health prints complete and answering any questions that you might have, and also getting you the information. Mary Ellen, is that you that wants to talk? It's so funny. I see her unmuting her mic.
I did put a question in the chat room, and I put one in the question and answer room, but I will ask it. I was just wondering what the main focus of the alfalfa is in the cleanse. What does that specifically do?
Well, we actually need greens to alkalize ourselves, and we want a body that's alkaline instead of acidic. So one of the main functions of alfalfa is to alkalize you because it's filled with chlorophyll, and it is a green plant. But it's also very, very just normally detoxifying with all what it comes from. It brings the roots that are sent down into the earth bring up trace minerals, and it's just very highly detoxifying. It also is very highly anti-inflammatory. So if people are suffering from inflammation or arthritis, alfalfa is one of the products that I recommend most often. And I don't know if you have anything to add about alfalfa, Tony.
Well, I tell you, it's also great for skin and for overall health. But the benefits that I found for alfalfa also, which really amazed me, is arthritis, pain. I mean, I had so many people that have joint pain, knee pain, elbow pain, tennis elbow, you name it. And what it did for a lot of people is it helped them with that severe arthritic pain. So I was impressed, and I can only speak for myself too. Like before I started taking alfalfa, I had very bad knee pain, joint pain. I could barely go up and down the steps, and I had to give up tennis. It was just too much for me, and my knees were killing me. I started taking alfalfa every single day because somebody else told me they had arthritic pain, and now I feel pain free. So I was really impressed that the chlorophyll and the anti-inflammatory properties in the alfalfa had helped me personally with that. Now, I'm not saying that I actually had arthritis, but I definitely had that joint and knee pain. So it's a cleanser. It's a natural cleanser. It's an anti-inflammatory. Chlorophyll is one of the most major reasons in the plant of the alfalfa, and that is the proprietary ingredient that makes alfalfa so important in cleansing.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks for the question. And also Maura saying thank you, Maura, is a natural antihistamine too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I did put a couple of other ones in there. I just, should I ask them now? Or do you
Yeah, go right ahead, Mariel, thank you. That would be great.
Because I did have a couple customers ask me, does this keep you in the bathroom? Like, because they go to work and they want to know if, if it's okay to do this during the day or during the week when they go to work.
Allison, do you want to answer that? I'll have my own answer too.
Yep. I'm going to say something first, which you might think is funny, but I don't think people go to the bathroom enough, which is a little funny because when we're babies, we eat and poop and eat and poop and eat and poop, and that's what we're supposed to do. We're optimally, we'd like to be able to go 2 to 3 times a day. And I know that there are people that go every other day or something like that. So I guess I don't know if I can answer what will happen to each individual person, but I do know that as part of the cleansing process, we are trying to eliminate and get some of those toxins out. So people are not going to be in the bathroom like with diarrhea or anything like that. This is a very gentle cleanse. And so I don't think they'll be, well, I can't even say they'll be in the bathroom more often than they are.
Excuse me. May I interject something here?
Yeah.
Because I have done, I'm sure Tony's probably done the cleanse too, the 7-day healthy cleanse. I've done it. And my experience, all of us, like you say, are probably going to have a different experience to some degree, but I think it's a very gentle type of elimination experience. It's not like you're running to the bathroom every 20 minutes or something. It's nothing like that. It's just, it's natural. It's more complete. It seems like, that's all I can say about it. I think what that person is worried about is, are they going to get, diarrhea, like you said? And I don't think that is likely. But it's definitely, like you said, the idea is to cleanse your elimination system. So it's maybe going to be a little more than some people are used to, but it's nothing extreme.
Exactly. Thank you. Perfect.
Yeah, I agree with that, Maura and Allison, and thank you, Mary Ellen, for asking that question of somebody. What I have noticed, though, is because most people, like Allison said, first of all, when people are not drinking enough water every day, and one of the requests is to drink a very specific amount of water on a daily basis. So people who have, normally drink 1 8-ounce glass of water a day will certainly be going to the restroom a little bit more than normal because they're not used to drinking that amount of water. Also, with the fresh fruits, the vegetables, all the cleansing suggestions as far as the variety that you'll be choosing from also brings potentially more water to your body. So, but it's nothing in my experience, and I've had a lot of people do cleanses where it's been uncomfortable or out of sorts. So I've really never had, and the only other thing, there are some people that are so toxic that, have never done a cleanse before, don't eat really healthy foods potentially. They may feel a little flu-like. They may have an experience of feeling like a little flu-like, but that's just the toxicity leaving the body. Exactly. Now, Allison, do you want to say anything about that too? And so in other words, there's nothing to be alarmed with if you do feel a little flu-like. It's just a natural expression of getting rid of the toxins in the body.
Yes, I think what happens when we reduce the toxic load is that we might have toxins in our bodies from years ago, from antibiotics we've taken or medications of some type, and they stick themselves because the body might not necessarily know how to process it. So once we start to reduce the toxic load, even with just our foods or how we clean our homes and that kind of thing, the toxic load is less. So the body starts to process some of the old toxins. And then when we start drinking water and start flushing them out, we can feel like we're coming down with something because the body's doing this huge elimination process. And once again, it isn't anything to be alarmed at. It's just that's a good thing that we're trying to get these things out. So, I know people still have to go to work and that kind of thing, but during the 7 days, it's recommended sometimes that we don't, we try to get more sleep at night, and we allow our body to rest during this time as well.
Yeah. The other thing that I have heard from people as far as the toxicity is concerned is they might feel, actually when the toxins start leaving the body, they actually feel like a clarity of their mind. It's really amazing. You start seeing things brighter. You start remembering things that you couldn't remember. You start feeling more focused, more energetic over time. That's also a result. So I know there's this one end of the spectrum, but there's also the opposite end of the spectrum that is really delightful. As I said, like every little bit of food that I ate during the end of that cleanse, I could taste every little ingredient. It was like, oh my goodness. I was actually saying, this is delicious. I normally don't say that when I'm having dinner. So, there's that end of the spectrum too that we don't want to neglect as far as when you're cleansing. Oh, I know what I wanted to say too. I've had people, and I'm glad you brought that up, Allison. I think you just said it about antibiotics. There are people that are adults today that were on a lot of antibiotics as a child or as a teenager or even as an adult, where they've lost all that good microflora in their body. The acidophilus, everything that gets replaced with our optiflora, and they do not feel well. They have all kinds of symptoms. That's why I want you to print that symptom assessment form. The symptoms are coming from the lack of good quality nutrition in the body. So when you're doing this cleanse, you're actually getting rid of that toxicity and you're replacing it with all good nutrition, and you're going to start feeling much better. And isn't that what we ultimately all want? We just want to feel better.
Absolutely.
Right? That's the bottom line.
And just as a reminder, that link is in the chat room. It's called, it's a bit.ly link called Reasons to Cleanse. And that's the symptom assessment sheet that you can click on and print out.
Great. Yeah. Thank you, Allison. Now, Mary Ellen, were there any more questions that I missed, or any other questions that anyone has for Allison?
I just had one more. A couple of my customers actually asked me, they said their urine color changed. It was pretty bright yellow. And I'm assuming that's from the liver detox maybe, or from the alfalfa.
That's a good question. Allison, you want to take that one on?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. We have what's called fat-soluble vitamins and water-soluble vitamins, and the body processes the vitamins differently. So most of the time, you actually want to be eating healthy fats when you're doing any kind of cleanse, because that's the part of the body's lubrication, and plus it's going to help you dissolve and have your vitamins absorbed better. But some of the vitamins we're taking are what's called water-soluble, so the body takes what it needs from them and then they're eliminated. So sometimes your urine can be a different color.
Yeah, beautiful. Also, I also want to add that some people get a little like concerned. Well, what is this cleanse? Am I going to starve? Am I going to be hungry? Am I going to be not satisfied? Will I feel deprived? Let me tell you something. I could barely keep up with all the food that I was supposed to eat. You're going to be grazing all day long. Every 2 hours, you're going to be having something. And the food that they've recommended, again, all delicious food, all satisfied and fulfilling. So this is a wonderful program that you're going to actually start seeing like, wow, this is something that I should be eating on a regular basis. And that's really part of the intention. So, and again, all of that will be in your guide. Okay. Anything else, Allison, you want to end with, or any other comments or questions?
I wanted to put that registration link up there in case anyone wants to have someone else join us next week. Just check the chat room one more time, Tony. I can't get to that.
Oh, I'm in the chat room. Yeah, I don't see any other questions.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, well, we hope that we were able to give you a very good sense of what the cleanse is. Again, go back to the person who invited you tonight, or if you're listening to the recording, of course, go back to the person who, sent you the recording or got you onto the webinar, and we will see you again next Thursday at 8 p.m. Same link, same time, and we'd be happy to share this with other friends or family or people you care about, or if you want a buddy to do the cleanse with you, that would be perfect. And we're all going to start on January 7th, which is a Monday, and every Monday thereafter, you can continue to start that cleanse. Okay. All right, Allison. Any final words, Allison, before we go?
Happy holidays.
Ah, that's a good final word. I love it. All right. Happy holidays, everybody, and have a great evening.
Good night.
All right. Good night.